The most devastating setup shot in tennis is the inside out forehand. And an inside out forehand is basically a forehand that you hit on your backhand side and it goes cross court. It goes cross court to the opponent's backhand, assuming that they're right handed. And this is a very effective shot. Obviously, for the first reason is that it's a forehand going to the opponent's backhand. But I think the inside out forehand has such great advantages over a backhand cross court because one, your hitting zone is so much bigger, right? So you could technically hit a high ball forehand here, and you could still hit it comfortably inside out. Medium ball, obviously, hip level, or even lower. All those type of balls are very comfortable to hit on the forehand side. You could even hit it a little late or maybe a little bit inside your body and still be able to comfortably hit a forehand inside out versus a backhand cross court, which is not so much, regardless if you have a two-handed backhand or one-handed backhand. The maneuverability of a backhand is just much tougher than a forehand. So your hitting zone on your forehand side, and especially on this inside out ball, because you could hit it a little later, it's just more effective, more advantageous than a backhand cross court. Also, the inside out forehand has what I call this unique side spin, what I call the inside spin, which basically spins kind of outward, or it tails away. It just tails away from the opponent. And obviously, a cross court ball or an inside out ball, just any ball going diagonally, like it bounces here, it'll go away from them. But with the inside out forehand, you could create this kind of heavy side spin that really just takes off. And if you ever play players that are really great with their inside out forehands, they have this ball where it just tails off once it bounces. And think of Jim Courier. Jim Courier was a former tennis player, former professional, who I believe was pretty much the father of the inside out forehand. Other professionals, before him, obviously hit some inside out forehands like Yvonne Lendl, but Jim Courier was the first person, I believe, to really make that inside out forehand devastating. It seemed like that ball just tailed off so fast, so quickly. It just skids off the court, and it's very very difficult to just get a backhand back there. Just to be able to hit that ball back is just almost impossible. So Jim Courier was, I believe, that the father of that inside out forehand. Now, of course, so many players have inside out forehands, and I think it's pretty much necessary in the professional game. Federer has the inside out forehand, Nadal, Djokovic, everyone has the inside out forehand. You need that in today's game. But that unique side spin that just really tails away, it just jets out all the way to the side. That makes that inside out forehand unique and very very devastating. And the final reason why the inside out forehand is such a devastating shot is because of its disguise. You don't really know if an inside out forehand is coming your way or an inside in forehand, which is a forehand up the line. And can you tell from this still frame alone where I'm going? Am I going inside out or inside in? And when we roll the video here, I go inside in for the winner. And so basically, once you set up this inside out ball for yourself, that inside in ball is there for the taking. Basically, the opponent has to keep both sides honest here. And if your opponent doesn't know where you're going, then that's pretty much the battle right there. You've won the battle. You're going to win a lot of points. And so the disguise of the forehand in itself just so advantageous. Yes, maybe you can disguise a backhand a little bit, maybe a backhand cross court or backhand down the line, but that's generally a lot tougher. Once the ball kind of goes a little bit late, you could kind of pick up if a player is going to do a backhand down the line. And so, this forehand, the look of it, you just don't really know where it's going to go. And if you can set up these inside out forehands all the time, then that inside in forehand is there for you. And remember, the forehand inside out is the most devastating setup shot. And I want to emphasize the word setup here. The forehand inside out should be a setup shot to set up your short balls. Then you could go for the winner right here for the inside in ball. And generally you don't want to do that the other way around, right? So if you hit this inside in ball and it's just generally an okay shot, maybe even a good shot, a good player will run it down and hit this cross court ball. And once that bounces, it'll go away and you have to cover this whole ground here. So that inside in ball should be very good. Should be a winning shot, basically, not something where you set up the point. The inside out ball should be something where you set up the point. And even if you don't have the greatest inside out ball, you could still get away with it, right? So here I hit something a little late. It goes a little short here, but I'm able to pull Daniel away here and set up a short ball. And here's this short ball, and I could put it away with any shot I like here to the open space. So make your inside out balls, forehand inside out balls, your setup shot, while your inside in balls, your put away shot. So if you haven't already, get yourself an inside out forehand. Even if you have a great backhand, getting an inside out forehand is so advantageous. It'll just make your life easier and you'll win more tennis matches. If you enjoyed this video, kindly do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.